Hello, all. I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary. Now, usually in about November and December, I start planning out the goals that I want to have for the next year. In this case, I'm going to be working on the goals I want to do as an author. Then I'll spend the time adjusting my schedule around to see if there's any way that I can feasibly make those goals happen. And I come up with 7 author goals that I would like to accomplish in 2025 and the ways I'm going to go about achieving them. Now, the first thing I want to do is maintain the writing and editing schedule for the books. This usually involves the writing sprints that I have on YouTube because they have played an immense role in how productive I've been throughout the entire year. When I'm sitting down writing, I can crank out on an average of 2,000 words, and while I'm editing, I've got quite a few chapters already completed just in the little bit I did today. But if I can maintain the schedule for longer than 2 or 3 weeks, that would be great. And I would like to see if I can do an entire stretch throughout the entire year without missing days, with the exception of holidays. Unfortunately, that really depends on how chaotic my life is going to be at that time, because if there's something that can break, it's going to. And if you're curious, I do the writing sprints at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time on the channel live. And while I'm writing, you can see my progress because I share the Readsy goal screen as I write. Or if I'm editing, I'll show the logo of the book that I'm editing, so you know that I'm working on my books. In any case, the writing sprints have been exceptionally helpful with getting my books published this time around. And the next goal that I'd like to do for 2025 is to spend more time and money marketing the book, because no one's going to buy it if they don't know it exists. This means I want to dive into all kinds of different marketing practices, and I'm actually working on a blog post of some of the best methods that worked for me and what I did to succeed or fail at them. So I'm hoping that maybe my experiences will help somebody down the road with different things to try out. I know not every marketing platform is going to work the same for everybody because we all have unique books and a unique audience. So it all comes down to figuring out what works best for you. In any case, I'd like to spend more time and money marketing the book, and it's probably one of the hardest parts of being a self-published author is marketing, because editing helps, but if people don't know it's there, they're not going to buy it. So you got to get the name out. The third thing I want to be setting up for 2025 as an author is setting aside a savings account for future publishing services. This includes things like editing, working on the book cover, any services or marketing that I would like to put into play. Because I'm broke folk, I can only put in so much money every time around, and a lot of times I have to publish my books on the cheap. I would like to actually put a little bit of money towards something like a custom graphic designer for the cover art, or spend some money on an actual editor to go through and help me polish up the novel. But I don't have $4,000 to throw at somebody, so I have to start saving up for it, which means for the next few books, is probably going to be all on me. Well, all on me, Grammarly, AutoCred, and Readsy. The fourth thing I'd like to do for 2025 as an author is to attend at least 5 in-person events. Now, I know there's far more than that here in the Denver metro area alone, not to mention being able to travel, which I just don't like to. But after my first experience with Read Between the Stars, I realized that it was a lot of fun, and if I can do them on the weekends, then it doesn't really cut into my day that much. Fun part is finding where all these events are, because not all of them are going to be specific to the genre of the book that I write. For example, Read Between the Stars was for fantasy and sci-fi authors. Kingmaker is a dark fantasy, but my newest book is a dark western. So it probably wouldn't have performed nearly as well at that particular event. But, we can find some that'll fit all of my books. But after I did a little bit of research in Google, I found that there's quite a few in the area. So, you don't know, maybe I can come across a few that I can live stream from and make some sales. That'd be great. In any case, I enjoyed going to these. I loved meeting the authors that Read Between the Stars, interacting with the people that were there. It was a good experience. It only cost me $20 for the table. I was there for 4 hours. I sold more books than the table made up for the table, and then some. So, yeah, I would like to see just how far I could take everything. Next thing I'd like to do as an author in 2025 is create at least one personal writing challenge. Now, I was toying with this the other day when I was writing the blog post, and I would like to know if I am capable of writing, editing, and publishing a good book within 90 days. Now, a good book is subjective. Not everybody's going to think everything's the same. Some people are going to like a book, some people are going to hate it. But I'd like to see if I can write one inside 3 months. Now, I know that if I sit down and hammer it out, I could probably write an entire book, if I write every day, in less than a month. That's basing everything off of using 2 2-hour blocks of time throughout the day, average about 4,000 words a piece, or 4,000 words for the day. So I can get an 85,000 word book done in 22 days. Now, will it be a good book is a whole different story. But like I said, having a good book is subjective. So I would definitely feed it through AutoCrit and then beta readers and find some cover art. And I think I'm going to use the pre-made designers that are out there. I'm going to make a list of websites you can use for pre-made art, and some of them are really nice. So I think the challenge would include grabbing a cover and then writing a story based on nothing but the cover. It's just so it matches, just to see if I could do it. But that's, just something I'll probably be further down the line. So I'd like to publish Shadows of Night City and Fury before I start writing something extra. And I also want to finish 7, Skeletal, and I got like so many different projects I'd like to do first. So a writing challenge like that might not be until next September, but it's going to be on the docket. I would love to give it a shot. Another thing I'd like to work on in 2025 as an author is adding the bookstore to my blog, michaelbrockbank.com. Now, right now, I do have kind of a bookstore there, but all they do is send you links or they have links that send you to Amazon. And so I would like to actually save my own books or store my own books and use my own ebook files on the site, cut out the middleman. I'd make twice as much money. But when you create something like that, you also have to rely on marketing to your blog. And that particular website doesn't get a lot of traffic. So I might have to spend some money on ads. But in any case, I think it'd be cool to have its own store. And I have plenty of books here to put inventory up. So that's definitely going to be something I'll be working on here in the next month or two. It doesn't take much to add it to WordPress. I can either use WooCommerce or a number of book-specific e-commerce platforms, plugins for WordPress. So we'll just have to see how all that goes and go from there. And lastly, I want to expand the merch that's available for my books. I saw a lot of people at Read Between the Stars that had things like bookmarks and tote bags and all kinds of fun stuff. So I would love to expand what I can offer merch-wise. If I can get my 3D printer fixed, that'd be great. I would love to create figurines, little small figures of the characters in my book, but that might be way down the line. The only way I could probably think of doing merch would be to use something like Fourth Wall, because I could put graphics and logos and all kinds of stuff at Fourth Wall, but that'd be separate from the bookstore. So I don't know if I like that idea. I'd rather have all of it isolated in one platform. So if like Fourth Wall lets me sell my books directly from the site, that'd be great, and I just use it. But I would like to add more fun stuff to the merch. Hate that term. And I don't know. Let's see if we can make a few bucks here and there. I know when my mom published Defiant Souls, she had coffee mugs and necklaces and posters and all kinds of fun stuff. I would like to do something similar. But I guess that really depends on what I can get my hands on. But anywho, those are the 7 things I wanted to accomplish in 2025. I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. Most of these are fairly easy to accomplish. All it takes is time. Unfortunately, time is something that I don't have in abundance. So I'm going to have to really grind it out. What's silly is that I have plenty of time throughout the week to do everything. It's the chaos that interferes that slows me down. Like when I'm trying to make a video and my daughter walks up and down the stairs. Anyhow, what kind of author goals do you have for the next year? And what kind of plans are you putting into place to make them happen? Because goals are meaningless unless you have an idea of how you're going to be able to accomplish them. Like I can say that I want to write and maintain and edit during writing sprints, but if I don't get on at 10:30 to go live, then it doesn't really matter. It takes effort and action to make those goals come to life. So you got to make sure that you're reaching for the stars, but keeping your feet firmly planted on the ground. It all comes down to effort. And if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. For more videos about self-publishing, blogging, freelance writing, or anything else I cover, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I think it's going to do it for me today. I gotta get this video uploaded and start working on client work. I'll see you next time.